The candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC in the last gubernatorial election in Edo State, Pastor Ize-Iyamu, may drag the state governor, Governor Godwin Obaseki, to court to challenge the revocation of parcels of land, including his own located at Amagba village in Benin City, the state capital. Leadership Weekend can report. The revocation notice issued by Obaseki has reinforced the divide among Edo residents along party lines, with supporters of the APC candidate describing the governor's action as politically motivated and a renewal of the political battle to annihilate Ize-Iyamu, saying they thought the battle had ended at the Supreme Court. The former aide to Governor Godwin Obaseki, Ize-Iyamu, explained that the governor took the decision in the interest of the state, a power he derived from the Land Use Act, and urged people who are laying claim to the affected parcel of land to heed the directive in the notice. He disclosed that the land Ize-Iyamu is laying claim to used to belong to the state government and was meant for the government project, but Ize-Iyamu converted the land to his farmland. Though Ize-Iyamu would not respond to calls and a text message made by our reporters to shed light on his next line of action, a source close to him, who pleaded anonymity, said Ize-Iyamu had instructed his lawyers to challenge the revocation notice in court. When contacted, one of his lawyers, Barrister K.O. Obamoge, said, "This is something I don't want to discuss in the pages of newspaper. Thank you." Also contacted to explain the rationale for the state government's revocation notice, Director of Lands, Edo State Geographic Information Service, EDOGIS, Mrs. A.O. Ahihe, said, "No comment. I'm a civil servant. I have no comment on that." However, the state governor stated in the notice that he drew his power to issue the revocation notice from the Land Use Act of 1978. The land revocation notice, which was entitled Edo State Government Revocation Notice, Land Required for the Service of the Government of Edo State of Nigeria, was published in Vanguard newspaper of June 25, 2021 and signed by Governor Obaseki. In the notice, Obaseki said, "Revocation of rights of occupancy and compensation thereof in pursuance of Section 28 in the Land Use Decree number 6/1978. Notice is hereby given that in exercise of the powers conferred upon me by Section 28, 1 and 38 of the Land Use Decree number 6 of 1978, and by virtue of all other laws enabling me, on that I, Mr. Godwin Nogegase Obaseki, the Governor of Edo State of Nigeria, hereby revoke the statutory right of occupancy granted in respect of all those parcels of land measuring approximately 8.0736 hectares and are required for overriding public interest, to wit, for public purpose within the Edo State of Nigeria, is hereby revoked." He explained that the survey descriptions as all that parcel of land at Amagba village area and environs in Ori Edo local government area of Edo State of Nigeria, containing an area of approximately 13.8862 hectares, the boundaries of which are described below. Obaseki urged any person claiming to have right of occupancy, estate, interest, or any other right in the said land is required within 6 weeks from the date of the service of this notice to send to the Managing Director, Edo State Geographic Information Service, 102 Sapele Road, Benin City, Edo State of Nigeria, a statement of his or her interest of right, of ownership, and so on. The government is willing to treat the revocation of right of occupancy of the said land in respect of which no statement is received, is liable to be dealt with as an unoccupied and undeveloped land. Notice is hereby given that government intends to enter possession of the said land on the expiration of 6 weeks from the date of the publication of this notice in Edo State of Nigeria, Official Gazette, and any of the national dailies that circulates widely in the state. Any person who shall willfully hinder or obstruct the government or any person employed by the government taking possession of the said land or any part thereof is liable on conviction under the provision of the law above mentioned to a fine as stipulated by law or 12 months imprisonment or both. A sketch plan showing the site is available for inspection during office hour at the office of the Director of Land, Edo State Geographic Information Service, 102 Saple Road, Benin City. By virtue of the provisions of the law and subject thereto, no claim to any estate, interest, or right in the land affected by the notice made by the expiration of 12 weeks calendar month from the publication of this notice in Edo State of Nigeria shall be entertained by any public officer whose duty is to receive claims or by any court. This is not the first time Obaseki is revoking land ownership. The one he did was sometime at the start of the year, and that raised a lot of reactions. Obaseki had to react that even he had to revoke his own land, that those lands were lands gifted to politicians by former Edo State Governor Oshomole, Adams Oshomole. And he even stated that he was gifted one as well, but he was saying that these lands are government property, so he even revoked his own as well as other APC chieftains. This one is another one coming, and Obaseki has just put this notice out today that these lands are going to be revoked under the law. He stated the law. But reports we're getting is that Ize-Iyamu, who was the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC in the last governorship election, Edo 2020, may be taking the governor to court to challenge the revocation of the parcel of land, including his own located at the Amagba village in Benin City. We all know the crisis and the battle that they fought days leading to the governorship election. Allegations and counter allegations against one another, the claims and how everything went. And he was believed that everything has ended. Ize-Iyamu, after the last Supreme Court judgment, he even came out to state that this is the end of the road, that it's time to work with the governor and all of that. But this one is a renewed battle. And reports we've gathered is that Ize-Iyamu might be going to court again, dragging Governor Godwin Obaseki to court to challenge the revocation of this parcel of land. Well, guys, let's hear your thought down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.